Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today I'm very excited to share with you this 2023 Land Rover Discovery Sport. This Discovery Sport is currently showing just over only 3,000 original miles, and if you would like to see a high-resolution detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There, of course, you will also find a free included Carfax report, alongside a long list of technical data related to the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life, as well as individual readings from each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll be taking you on a quick condition overview around both the interior and the exterior of the Discovery, as well as showing you some of its more notable features. Now, the first thing you'll pick up on here at the exterior is the beautiful paint scheme. It's a really nice blend of almost a metallic bronze with some silver accents, and it looks really nice, as you would expect with a new vehicle with only 3,000 miles on it. Really, really nice condition everywhere here on the paint. Now, we'll start by moving really close to the body, back to the end of the driver's side, where you'll find no nicks, scratches, dings, dents, anything of the sort. All the way to the rear, it looks fantastic. You'll also find the black plastic cladding all the way across the lower portion of the body, looking really nice. And here on the hood, you'll see one of the instances of many piano black accents around the exterior. You'll also find piano black all around the window surrounds, there on the B-pillar, and some more here at the rear of the vehicle. Those all present beautifully as well. Also, we have these beautiful two-tone 21-inch wheels wrapped in some nice Pirellis. These wheels look great. They have a metallic gray finish on the interior of the spokes, and the outer face is that nice machine cut. And all the way around, it presents beautifully. You can see both wheels here on the driver's side, free of any issues whatsoever. Now making our way to the front fascia, really, really nice look here. I like how they added a little bit of silver to lighten up the contrast there in the front. As everywhere else on the vehicle, you'll find those piano black accents, so it's nice to change it up here in the front. You'll see the headlights, beautiful design, really subtle, but I think they look great and they complement the styling very well. You'll find both headlight lenses free of any oxidation, discoloration, or scratching. They look great. And using the key, if I was in a parking lot looking for my vehicle, I can turn on the headlights as well, just with the push of a button. No rock chips, dings, or dents anywhere on the front fascia. So next up, we'll look at the passenger side. Again, going really close to the body. Absolutely zero issues to report. All the way to the rear. Pardon me, a very small thing there. You can't even really see it on camera. Very hard to tell. Almost nothing worth noting here on the passenger side. Again, the plastic cladding all the way down the side looks great. And here on the wheels, again, beautiful condition in the front and no different here in the rear. Now finally, here at the rear of the vehicle, you'll find some more silver accents with the Discovery and the Sport badging. You also have your Land Rover emblem just there, and featured on the sides. Taillight lenses, crystal clear, just as the front, no issues whatsoever. And you have some more piano black accents here, where you would usually find chrome, so I think that's a great touch. And the rear bumper cover presents beautifully as well. But next up, let's make our way to the interior, where you'll find another beautiful contrast. You have this gorgeous light beige leather. Looking down the bolsters on the seats, as you would expect, absolutely no issues whatsoever. It all presents beautifully. Looking above your head, you'll have a massive glass roof, and that's a great thing to see. Making your way inside, you'll hear a nice solid thud as you close the door. If you see any flickering on the screens, that's only due to the camera. Here to the human eye, it looks perfect. But let's waste no time and fire it up using that start switch just there. Let everything clear out there. No strange warnings to report. It all looks great. You have this really cool half digital, half analog display that I think fits very nicely. Looking across the dashboard, Nice black dashboard, and you have some wooden trim in that small gap between the dash and this portion, which is a beautiful double-stitched padded leather panel, and that carries across to the door cards, where you'll find some more of that wooden trim. All the materials are very nice. The color scheme is very nice. It complements the exterior very well. Small touches like your frameless mirror, I think, look great. Steering wheel controls in perfect condition, as you can see, on both sides. I think the steering wheel looks great and feels great to the touch. It's also very clever because this control panel here on the left operates the gauge cluster, and you'll see a certain amount of controls here, but if I reach over and touch to access a menu, the controls actually change entirely, and if I back out of that menu, it goes right back to how it was. Really nice and subtle way to utilize one control for multiple different settings. You also have that in the climate control, where you'll find I have the temperature set to 74. If I push that gauge, pardon me, now I can adjust the heated seat. Can turn it on or off by rolling that dial and then pushing to get back to the temperature control. That dial also doubles as your fan speed controller. So it's all very subtle, but it's a great way to save some space and make a clean and elegant design here in the center of the Land Rover. Looking in the screen, I do have all of the different off-road settings available right here. I can also access my high-definition reverse camera and parking sensors and various other features. It's a really nice screen. It's very responsive and quick. As you can see, no delay whatsoever to the touch. Just below there, we do have a nice wireless charging pad. Works perfectly fine, and a USB-C charger. Your gear selector with some more of that wooden trim surrounding. You have that nice stitched leather surround on the actual knob itself, and the Land Rover badging just there. You have some cup holders, nice stitched armrest. The cup holders are removable, and you can access some more storage that way. As I mentioned, great sunroof above my head. I can easily stow this cover ahead, which will, obviously shade the interior occupants. Takes a moment, but it does operate smoothly, both closing and opening. As you can see, no problems there whatsoever. But next up, I'm going to take you underneath the hood to take a look at what powers the Discovery Sport, and then we'll make our way to the rear of the vehicle. I'll meet you there. Alright, so we're here under the hood of the Discovery Sport, where we'll find the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder powertrain. Of course, as I mentioned before, being a 2023 with only 3,000 original miles, the engine bay is absolutely perfect. As we can see everywhere, the hardware all looks great. Those painted portions here underneath the hood all present perfectly. All the intricate connections are just the same. Plastic engine cover is very clean. Looking behind the engine, just the same. You'll find really, really clean connections. You can see the turbo charger just there behind the engine cover. Nice bright finish on that. This is a really nice powertrain for a vehicle in this segment and at this size. It's going to produce just a hair under 250 horsepower and right around 270 pound-feet of torque. So really nice torque figure. Obviously going to have plenty of power in the low end, and when paired with that smooth drivetrain, provides a really nice driving experience, and you're still going to see just over 23 mpg on the highway. So it's a really nice powertrain for a luxurious, smaller SUV like we find here with the Discovery. Now, looking at the second row of seating, you'll find seats just as nice as we saw up front. Really nice materials all around. They feel great. Door cards equally well appointed. And I'm about 6'4", and yes, this is a pretty small SUV in this segment, but being about 6'4", you can see the carpet's really nice there. I'll hop in, and you'll find pretty quickly that there's plenty of room here. Now, I know they designed the seats quite well to accommodate taller passengers in the rear, because you can see that cutout helps me quite a bit. But I have no issue with headroom. I have no issue with legroom. I'm sitting behind where I'd comfortably drive the vehicle. Perfectly happy here in the back of the Discovery Sport. You see I have my individual adjustment for climate control. I have 3 charging outlets there. A little bit of storage. And just here next to me, I have this drop-down set of cup holders and some expanded storage just there. It's all very nice, well designed, and again, a great look at the front cabin. I also totally forgot to mention earlier in the front that this is fitted with Meridian's newest sound system, and the stereo in this car is fantastic. That's what surprised me the most about this interior by far. Really, really impressive. Lastly, we'll pop the lift gate just here. See, it rises up, no problems there. Looking in the back, plenty of storage space. You do have a plate bracket just there. You have a couple charging outlets in the back, and your carpets for the front occupants there. You have this privacy blind that easily stows ahead to block any viewing of whatever cargo you may have. And those seats do drop down in a 60-40 split, allowing for much more storage capacity here in the back. Lastly, one-touch operation is going to drop down that tailgate, and it latches into place without any problems. So if you have any further questions related to this Land Rover Discovery Sport, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There you will find all of the relevant contact information. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. We hope to hear from you soon. Thank you from AlphaCars.